is a video for today. I definitely want to bring this to y'all today because I'm very excited about this. My credit score has never been this high, put it that way. So, of course, like I said, let's go ahead and get into this. But before we do, make sure that you, of course, subscribe to my channel by clicking that subscribe button and then click the notification bell to receive all the videos that upload from here on out. If you ain't checked the old ones, go check them out too. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm Tonetta Clay, and this is my channel. So y'all, like I said, my credit score has increased by 263 points, y'all. The last 3 years, actually, before we moved, right, like the year before you moved here to Arizona, I have been working so hard on my credit score. It started at a 482. This was back. What year is this? 2024. So I guess 2021. It started at a 482 back in 2021. And you can of course check out the video on this page. I did a video about it 3 years ago as well, talking about my credit score increased to the mid 600s, I think, at that time. Like I said, I'm just greatly excited because my credit score, I didn't really know anything about credit growing up, of course. My family wasn't a family that, of course, talked about finances and money and credit and all this type of stuff. So since I've been older, of course, on my own, matured and all this kind of stuff, I've, of course, revisited the credit score and, of course, revisited trying to figure out how to improve the credit score and, of course, improve my finances and save more and invest more and all those types of things as well. So, like I said, this has been a journey over the last several years, well, especially the last 3 years, trying to get these things together. Because, like I said, I'm trying to get a car and do all these things. We're trying to get a house, and I'm being denied. And I'm like, what is going on? And like I said, I will get into that in this video because I was denied. We were denied. Let me see, twice, once. I'm trying to see, but for some reason I thought it was twice. It was twice. We were actually denied twice for my home loan actually. So, and that was before we moved here. And of course, once we moved here, we applied again. And I'm like, I'm sick and tired of this. And he said the same thing because which is my partner, he's fixing his credit as well. But I'm like, this is crazy. We shouldn't be denied credit to get a house, to live in a nice place, this kind of thing, have to stay in an apartment and all this kind of stuff because I'm not going to rent a house. What's the point? But like I said, definitely I was just like, this is ridiculous. I had to start doing something. And like I said, 3 years ago, I started working on my credit. The first thing I did was, of course, to order my credit score, order my credit report from the three for trade was I guess I the credit all the major credit bureaus. Of course, it comes in one report. That's what I did. Of course, ordered the credit report to figure out what the heck was on my credit and what was stopping me from getting approved for a home loan or getting anything else that was not a high with a high what is it called, percentage rate. So, like I said, definitely I got that, and I looked. Of course, it was hospital bills and different things. I can't remember everything that was on there, but I know, of course, student loans was on there because, of course, that's always on there. There were some old hospital bills and bills that just were not paid. And so the first thing I did, like I said, I got that credit report to figure out what the heck was on there. I went through, looked at everything to see if there was anything that I can dispute, meaning that there was things that I may have paid off that they hadn't taken off my credit. I did find a few of those, so I got that done. Went ahead and disputed those. And then, of course, like I said, I started highlighting the things I know I needed to, of course, work on, to, of course, pay down or to make payment arrangements or to make a payment agreement to get off my credit. So that's the second thing I did, of course. Like I said, highlighting those businesses I needed to, or not businesses, but the bills that I had or the credit bills that I had to go ahead and pay those off. And of course, I started working on them one by one. It wasn't all of a sudden all of them at one time, that kind of thing at all. Especially my student loans, those were over $200,000. So of course, I couldn't pay that no damn way in one damn thing. So like I said, I definitely had to pick. I picked the smallest one and start working on paying that down, or seeing if I can make payment arrangements, or seeing if I can just make a agreement to, of course, get it paid, get a certain percentage of it paid, and they'll take it off my credit and knock that little credit bill, is what I'm going to call it, off. So like I said, that was the thing that I did with that. Like I said, so first getting my credit report, second seeing what things were on there and started paying those down one by one. Yes, it took a little while. My last thing I started, well, the last things that I physically paid off, or I paid off, the last thing I paid off was actually last year in 2023, which was what's it called? A car insurance bill, which I don't even understand why I got the car insurance bill, but they put it on my credit as I did not pay because we switched insurance companies in the same month. And I'm like, okay, you took it out of my account, so why am I having to pay you all? But they put it on my credit anyway. I thought that was hella unfair, but whatever. I went ahead and paid the shit anyway, so I can get it off my credit. So, which I don't think is my fault, but like I said, that's okay. Some of the stuff on your credit may not be your fault either. Sometimes you have to try to negotiate or get it paid off or whatever you're going to do. Depends on what you want to do. I wanted to get that stuff off my credit so that I can, like I said, be able to move forward in my own life and to help with them. I guess I put it that way. So like I said, that's what I did. Then the third thing I did, of course, I know you all probably remember when we had all those, during COVID, when we had the student loan forgiveness programs coming about and how we can use our employment that we worked in different companies and all this kind of stuff. Of course, I'm a social worker, so I had over 25 years of experience in this field, working in this field. So I, of course, applied back when I was in St. Louis. That was what 2 years ago, but I think 3 years ago now, because that's when it came about. When you can apply for the student loan forgiveness through the federal grant of the federal programs, whatever it was that the president at the time during COVID had going on, and that you can of course apply for your student loan forgiveness if you have worked in the like a nonprofit field or certain fields for more than 10 years. So like I said, I went ahead and did that. And of course, I had to finish it once I got here to Arizona because, of course, like I said, I'm working in a nonprofit now. So, of course, I had to put that on there too. And finally, oh, and Gabby, you asked me what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my how I increased my credit score by 263 points over the past 3 years. So I'm telling you all what I did. The first thing I did was get my credit report. The second thing I did was to look on that report and see what I needed to pay down. The third thing I'm doing right now, well, had done, I guess I put it that way, was applied for the student loan forgiveness. Because I know, like I said before, I had over $200,000 in my student loan that was still on my credit report, to put it that way. So, of course, it blocked me and blocked us, me and my partner, from applying for two homes. We were, of course, denied. His credit, my credit was kind of the highest at the time, so of course I was the main person on the application. But his score is getting up there too now. But of course, like I said, I was denied. Well, I guess me and him was denied. I guess both of us on there twice, and back in St. Louis, and of course back down here in Arizona. This was just last year actually. So, so like I said, we were definitely working on that. But like I said, it definitely has worked out. My student loans, of course, were forgiven back in April this year. I was very, because I thought I was seeing things. I'm like, what is? Because it was like 210,000, and I of course was paying on it over the years. And I went to a very prestigious college, St. Louis University, and that's about 30 some thousand dollars a year. So I went there with 5 years, so that was a lot of money. And of course, over the years, the interest adds in, all that kind of stuff. Which the loan wasn't even that much. I mean, the loan I got wasn't even that much, but with all the interest, I think it was, when I calculated, it was 3 times the amount of the actual loan actually. By the time they added all the interest on there, so which is unfair, but like I said, now it's forgiven, so I don't even care right now. So, but like I said, definitely it was forgiven back in April of this year, 2024. So like I said, that took my credit score up tremendously. I think it took it up probably about 60 something points at that time. So I started off, like I said again, at a 482. This was 3 years ago when I started trying to figure out how to even work on my credit score. Because like I said, at the time I was trying to get another car, and well, I never had a new car. I have a new car now. That's the car that I got back then. But the interest rate was so high, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do this right now. I'm gonna figure out how to do this credit score and try to figure these things out. So like I said, I started working on those things and finally got it. I think it's still probably kind of high for most people because my credit score back then still wasn't above a 600 or was 650, I think, at the time I got the car, but it was okay. So I believe the interest rate was like 4.3 or something like that. And like I said, it's still kind of high still, but that's okay. Because I know some folks have a 1 point something or 2 point something because they because their credit scores were a lot higher when I got my car. So that's okay. But like I said, I went from a 482 3 years ago to a 745 as of this morning, and it actually went down a few little points because I got a American Express. So first ever American Express anything. That's the only credit card I really wanted. So I got of course a chance to of course apply for one. So it went down like a few points, but it didn't really change it drastically. I guess I'd say that. So, but like I said, I definitely want to come in here and just share with y'all. Like I said, my journey as far as trying to fix my credit and get this credit score up. I'm still trying to work on getting it up farther. I guess I put it that way as well. Like I said, from a 482, I didn't even know I had a credit. Well, I didn't. Like I said, back 3 years ago, I knew we had credit scores. My family, like I said again, was not a family who talked about money or credit scores or how to save anything. So I didn't really know what the heck credit scores were. I mean, I knew that they base different things that you got, like a house, car, off a credit score. I just didn't know I had no idea how it worked. Like I said, this is just a new thing to me. I'm 47 years old. I'll be 48 in September. But like I said, this is new to me. Trying to get all these, I guess, like new to me, like in the last 10 years. I knew about it, trying to figure out what it was and reading about it and that kind of thing. But I did not take it seriously at all until a few years ago. So, like I said, I definitely started taking it seriously. And like I said, it's going up and going up and going up. I'm going to keep that bad boy going up too, because I'm learning some new things. I've been reading the Budgetnista's book. I forgot the name of the damn book, y'all. But it's talking about how to take, well, talking about your money, finances, credit. Talks about a whole lot of things in there. But it's Tiffany the Budgetnista. I'm reading her book right now. And like I said, I'm actually on the investing part. So, but like I said, she talks about different ways that you can increase your credit score in there as well. So like I said, I'm definitely learning. And like I said, this is a new journey for me. Some of y'all probably already knew about credit and how to increase it back since you were younger, your 20s and teens and 30s. I didn't. Like I said, I'm doing that now. So like I said, definitely it's been a journey, but it's a well worth it journey. So like I said, definitely is up to 7:45 this morning, and I'll keep y'all informed of where it's going and what's happening, what I'm doing, that kind of thing as well. Once it goes up some more, so I want to get it over 800. I'll do another video. So I'll put it that way. So like I said, y'all will definitely hear more once I get it over 800. So like I said, definitely I wanted to let y'all know what was going on with that, and like I said, give y'all an update because I hadn't updated y'all since like the last 3 years. So, and like I said, that video is on my page here. You can definitely go back and check it out. 3 years ago, I put it that way. So definitely go back and check it out. But like I said, I really hope this helps somebody to let them know that just because you didn't grow up with learning about finances or knowing about finances or your parents taught you about finances or nobody taught me about finances, I'm learning it on my own. And like I said, there is nothing wrong with that. I don't care how old you are. I know people, of course, you missed it in your 20s. You should have knew about this in your 20s. You should have knew about finances back then. Everybody does not grow up with finances. Back then, of course, I was worrying about trying to pay my bills and paycheck to paycheck and that kind of thing. I wasn't worrying about a credit score. Now I'm worrying about it, I guess I put it that way. Or the last several years, I'm worrying about it because I'm seeing how it has affected certain things that we can do in our life as well. Like I said, the house is that we were trying to get. Like I said, we were denied twice, and I'm like, okay, because it's mainly because of that damn student loan, because it was so much, it was taking up so much of my credit and the credit amount, I guess is how they put it. That was on my credit, I guess. That was the main thing that was on there. And to them, of course, I guess I can be sued for it, have to pay the whole thing, or wasn't going to pay the house. I don't know what the hell they thought, but we still have to have a place to stay. In my mindset, it's really stupid and dumb to me, a credit score anyway, but that's my opinion. But you got to play the game, I guess, if you want to be in the game, I suppose. So like I said, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out here because I got to start work this morning. So y'all definitely have a great day. I hope, like I said, again, I hope this credit score video helps somebody just to know that you can take your credit score up. Mine was at a 482 3 years ago. Now it's at a 745 as of today. So like I said, I definitely worked hard with this. And like I said, I share my journey once it's over 800 again. So peace out, y'all, and have a good one.